So many learners do the same thing every day. They memorize 10 new words. Watch a grammar video. Maybe do a little translation. But weeks go by, and nothing sticks. You still freeze in real conversations. Why? Because English isn't a list of rules. It's a feeling. It lives in your everyday life. That's why stories work so well. You stop studying, and start experiencing. You pick up English the way you picked up your first language, naturally. So if you're ready to learn the real way, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into today's story. It was supposed to be a normal Monday. Not a great one, but manageable. My plan was simple: get up early, grab coffee, and head to the co-working space where I had a client call at 10 a.m. But of course, I overslept. I woke up to sunlight pouring through my window like a spotlight. My alarm hadn't gone off. I had 25 minutes to shower, dress, and get across town. I skipped breakfast. Pulled on whatever clothes were on the chair. One sock was blue. The other had tiny pineapples. No time to care. As I ran out the door, I opened the Uber app. A car was 2 minutes away. Perfect. The car pulled up, a silver Prius, smooth and quiet. I jumped in, barely glancing at the driver. Said, "Hey," and then dove straight into my phone. I had 20 unread messages. A Zoom link that wasn't working. A calendar invite with the wrong time zone. I didn't even see the city passing by the window. Just my screen, my thumbs, my chaos. 15 minutes later, we arrived. I heard the driver say, "You're here." I mumbled, "Thanks," and ran out. I didn't even look back. The elevator took forever. I checked my pocket. No phone. Left pocket? No. Right? Empty. I froze. I checked my backpack. My jacket. Panic started to rise, thick and fast. My phone was gone. I turned around, bolted back outside. No Prius. Just the street. Just people walking by like nothing had happened. I stood there, in the middle of the sidewalk, like someone had just unplugged me from the world. No messages. No GPS. No way to even call my own number. It was the first time in years that I didn't have my phone on me, and it felt like part of me was missing. I walked back inside. Found the front desk. "Excuse me," I said, trying to sound calm. "I think I left my phone in an Uber. Can I borrow a computer?" The guy nodded and slid one over. I typed in iCloud. Entered my Apple ID. My hands were shaking. A map appeared. A little green circle, moving slowly down Fifth Avenue. The driver still had the phone. I clicked play sound. Over and over. Praying that he'd hear it. Or maybe see it light up. I didn't know what else to do. I sat down, stared at the screen, and waited. 5 minutes. 10. Then, the green circle stopped. It started heading back north. I ran outside. 5 minutes later, the Prius pulled up again. The driver stepped out, smiling. He held up my phone like it was a trophy. I figured it was yours. I heard the alarm going off like crazy. I almost cried. Thank you so much, I said. He laughed. No problem. Happens more than you think. As I held the phone in my hands again, I felt more than just relief. I felt aware of how much I depended on this little device, of how disconnected I felt without it, and of how kind people can be, even when they don't have to. I made it to the call. A few minutes late. My client didn't even notice. But that day taught me something more important than anything in the meeting. Sometimes we live so much inside our phones that we forget to live around them. And sometimes, a stranger can save your entire day, just by listening for a beep. Let's go over a few expressions and structures from today's story that are super useful in real-life English. I dove straight into my phone. Part of me was missing. Unplugged from the world. I almost cried. Just by listening for a beep. These aren't from textbooks. These are the phrases that help you speak like a real person, naturally. If this story helped you learn something today, like the video. Subscribe for daily story-based English lessons. And leave a comment. Have you ever lost something important? How did you handle it? We're here every single day, with a new English story to grow your skills, one experience at a time.